I struggled to watch the movie Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. And it's because it hits way too close to home, seeing the way he struggles, and especially now as a father. I said this video will be famous someday, and that was not clickbait, and I want to briefly explain what I mean by that. This is not that picture of Jeff Bezos where he's sitting at his desk back in like early 90s and he's got this, makeshift banner behind him or on the wall next to him that says Amazon, and now he's one of the richest people in the world. This is not that. But I think, or rather, I feel that this video could be famous in some circles. And I say that because lately I have been really dialed in and I have been making lifestyle changes and I've really been working towards the things that I want. I'm changing my circumstances, or rather, I am working to change my circumstances for the better and really take control of my life in ways I haven't before. And life is pushing back. I am one of the most optimistic, while also being realistic, but one of the most optimistic, positive people you would come across. And I also try to be very genuine, So if I am at a lower point, having a hard day, and you see me, I won't go, hey, I'm great, and give a fake, BS answer. I will be real. And it doesn't mean I'm going to just trauma dump and whine and whatever. But I might say, hanging in there or something like that. And I've been making a ton of changes lately that are in an effort to boost my productivity because I'm very ambitious. There's things I want to do. And it's also fascinating to see how many of those changes not only benefit productivity, but also health, such as going to sleep at a set time and, consistently. And that may sound very obvious, but that's not a strength of mine. It never has been. And by structuring my evenings in a way where I get everything, brushing my teeth, showering, shaving my head if it's that day of the week, and, getting my meals in, whatever, I do all of that, and then I work on my books. I write and illustrate comics for a while before I go to sleep, and then all I have to do is get up, use the restroom, and, the lights are already off, and I'm ready. It's a domino effect with waking up the next morning at a certain time, and it has made a profound impact on my days and what I can accomplish. Today, I got an email from the property manager of where I'm living. And my lease, when I had signed it, was a 1-year lease, which ends the end of this month. And I was hoping to extend for 1 month just to give me a little bit of time to figure out what that next move is for me. I was hoping to move out of this area. And they said, well, you haven't paid for that month yet, so we're going to put your apartment on the market and, vacate in less than 3 weeks. And that's an uncomfortable email to receive because I have not been preparing for that. Why haven't I paid? Well, it's because the person I work for, I'm a contracted employee, or rather, I'm subcontracted, so I'm not an employee, I guess, if you want to be technical. But I work for an entrepreneur, and that's a train. And going into that situation, my goal was to become more of a business partner. And now I am trying to get away from this person as quickly as possible with the money I am owed. It's funny, I was thinking of the Boy Band Con, which is on YouTube. It's a YouTube original, you should check it out. And it's a story of Lou Pearlman, who was a con artist who was responsible for, there was a lot of sketchy, illegal stuff, but it gave us Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. And I was just thinking of a line of that where Lance Bass was talking about his feelings towards Lou Pearlman after the fact. And that's kind of where I've reached. And ironically, I won't say my employer's name, but same initials as Lou Pearlman, so we'll just call him Lou Pearlman. But I definitely feel like I have fallen into a trap where I haven't looked for a new job because I didn't want to start a new job and then leave and move out of the area. So I've been just kind of like gritting my teeth a little and doing the job the best I can because that's who I want to be, and using it as a means to an end to recoup the money that I put in to move into this place. And that way I can move on to the next chapter, new job, new apartment, maybe new area. And there's wrenches being thrown into things. So I am about to dive into job applications. So why the hell am I making a YouTube video? I'm doing this to develop more trust in myself. And that's a legitimate thing where if you set your alarm for 7:30 in the morning and then you snooze 4 times, you're breaking trust with yourself. And on a subconscious level, that makes an impact. And I don't want to do that. And my last video I uploaded 6 days ago. I want to do at least one every week. So what is the priority right now? It's finding a new job, but it's also staying true to what matters to me. This channel is a place where I am practicing and reflecting on my own learnings. And I am putting them out there because, number one, if you were able to teach something, that's a better indication that you have learned it. And I'm not saying I'm just learning everything so quickly, but I am at least learning things to an extent where I can reflect on them and share and kind of open up a dialogue. And much of what I post on here, it is not me speaking in absolute truths as like, this is the way it is, but it's more so, let's consider this, let's think about this, let's open our minds to this. And it is absolutely with the intent of helping anyone who is willing to listen. And in doing so, it's also helping me. I think it's so easy for us to look at the success stories and the millionaires and the whatever people in whatever craft that we aspire to be like. And of course we want to listen to what they have to offer if it's free because they've already proven something. It's a lot harder to get on board with someone who hasn't proven themselves yet, somebody who is starting from the middle or the bottom. And I will be honest, I feel like I am damn near close. I almost had some other choice words, but I'm damn close to the bottom. That's how it feels. And because you're looking at my support circle, it's me. But when this channel has 100,000 subscribers, and when my books, which are on my website, by the way, and I'll get to that in a second, but when these are in stores, and when I own my own businesses and I have an incredible partner by my side, and I keep growing as a father, this video will be here with its little timestamp, serving as a reminder of what it's like sometimes when life pushes you a little too hard. And I hope we can look back at it and actually be shocked and look at it and go like, oh my God, he posted that, there's the date, and that's where he was. While I'm here in the trenches, so to speak, if you are feeling like you are in the trenches as well and life is kind of continuing to push, I hope you stick around. I hope there's some takeaways in this channel for you, and I'm going to stay consistent with this because it's important to me. And if you can learn something, that's incredible, but would be even better is if you stand up and start taking steps for yourself. And I will offer everything I'm able to, and I would love to really develop an awesome community here because maybe we can find ways to help one another. If you are in a financial bind as I am, a simple like on the video would mean a lot. A share would mean even more. A comment would be wonderful. Let's start a dialogue. If you have any interest and the means in getting one of my books, these are on my website, controlledchaoscomics.com. I've owned that domain for almost 2 years, and I just put a website, I put an online store up this past weekend. So again, I am making moves. I'm trying to change my circumstances, and today is simply just an opportunity to, I've felt really dialed in lately, and this is just more of an opportunity to reflect and just lock in even more. And I'm not pushing this BS grind until you die, approach. That's not actually what I want at all. I don't want to be a billionaire. Millionaire would be pretty sweet, but I don't want to be a billionaire. I don't want to be some mega guru, anything. I've already got my comics up on the site. I've only written and illustrated one issue of an ongoing series. I'm working on issue 2 right now, and it's really good. But if you wanted to grab one of those are on the website. I will be posting some of my apparel designs soon as well. Let's just say that they're bold visually. But these are all monumental accomplishments for me. The store, the book, the apparel, this channel, these are all things that are important to me. I'm trying to build, and every possibility or every opportunity I have where I can have them work together, that's the goal. I will do great things. And this video will serve as one of many reminders that we choose whether we collapse under pressure or if we find our way through. Thanks for listening. All right. Na 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 na